Hello everybody and welcome back to the Absolato channel. Today we got a little bit of a different video. It's not really a happy one. It's just to really talk about the current state of Fortnite and where I'm at with it, because lately it feels like even though I haven't been on, it's been a little bit more difficult to play, which is really hard for me because I've been grinding this game almost religiously for the past year without playing any other games, and I love it and I just want to see it succeed. But there are some major problems right now that I want to point out that I really hope can be addressed for season 4. I'm gonna go into both pubs and competitive, but I'm mainly gonna focus on competitive because that's really what we see most of on this channel. So let's just dive right into it. So starting off with pubs, the biggest problem is the pacing of the game. I've heard so many other YouTubers talk about this. Matches are just so boring compared to the other Battle Royale games that are out right now. You know, even though the player count, technically from a number standpoint, you know, Fortnite's thriving right now. But for the average player, it's just so bad. And, you know, even worse than that, the majority of the players that you even find in these super, you know, stretched out games, half them are bots. So what I'd love to see is the removal of bots from public matches, whether that means reduce skill-based matchmaking, get rid of it. But it's just so boring. And the second thing they need to do is they need to figure out a way to bring teammates back. I've heard the proposal of just increasing the players, but the way that public matches are set up right now, if you're a person who doesn't play Fortnite a ton and you hop on, 9 times out of 10 that person is going to go for the mythic loot because they're not going to play a bunch. So of course they're going to try and use the best and the most fun weapons in the game. So because of that, half the lobby drops at only mythic POIs, and there's only 4 or 5 on the map, which will result in 60% of the lobby dying out before the first zone is even done. And it's not a sustainable solution. I think that they implemented it a couple seasons ago to try and combat against the rising skill gap in players, which naturally makes sense, but it's outdated and they need to do something about it if they're going to keep the public community happy, because I know that players are not happy. And I'm not just talking about the above average players, I'm talking about the people who just hop on after work just to play some games and have fun. They're just not enjoying Fortnite like they used to, and in my opinion those are the main reasons why pubs are not doing so well and why they need to be adjusted for season 4. So diving into competitive, in my opinion there's 4 main points I want to make about the game right now from a competitive standpoint. The Caddy launcher, for those who don't know, the shockwave launcher that you get from Caddy's Corner, has over an 80 or 90% win rate for endgames in competitive matches. Now, I'm not talking about every match that there is. Someone did a study of a bunch of players over a strain of, I think it was 20 or 30 matches, and it had an 80 or 90% win rate. That is so uncompetitive. I can't even fathom that is still in competitive. You can use it to exploit into boxes. You can use it at endgame to launch people out of zone. You can use it to rotate. You can literally use this thing for anything you want. And it's not competitive. The whole point of competitive is to have the weapons and the loot not be so different, so it comes down to raw skill. Which brings me on to my next point. I really hope that in season 4 they can stretch out, or I'm sorry, not stretch out, that they can separate the loot pools from competitive and public matches. Mythic, although I'm not the biggest fan of it, I think that, you know, we've kind of done it now, and they should, you know, go back to regular Fortnite. Keep it in pubs. Let some people who don't play that often, you know, have fun. But for the people who grind this game every day and put so much effort into trying to improve, just to have something as broken as the shockwave launcher stay in the game the entire season and lose people money. Like, this thing has seriously costed people tournament winnings, which is just so unfair, and I really hope that they can fix that. So my solution to this would be to separate the loot pools and have very basic loot that is not overpowered and not broken. So maybe that means removing the mythic, removing the crash pads, so that it really just comes down to your guns and heals and trying to have raw skill over your opponent. Next comes the arena playlist. So arena has been in the game since, I believe, season 1, and it's been adjusted a few times, but recently it has been a few seasons since they have tweaked anything about arena. And in my opinion, that is not incentivizing people to play the game. I have said this for many seasons now, that they should come out with exclusive skins or back blings or even a pickaxe that you get from reaching certain divisions or having to hold a certain amount of points in arena. It would incentivize so many people to play it. But since there is actually no incentivization, I hope that's a word, I just kind of made it up, there's no incentive to play the game right now. It's really sad to see, because I love arena. Playing this game with Siphon and not having to spend as much time matting, it's a game changer, and it actually makes you want to play the game. But the problem is you can only play it for so long because you're not receiving anything for it. And I really hope that arena gets tweaked in the next season. I've heard a lot of people in the competitive community ask for this, and we're still waiting on it. You know, they have a lot of different ways that they could go, whether that's introducing new divisions, making it so that you can't drop down from divisions, or making it so you can drop down from divisions, I apologize, because, you know, right now if you reach champs division, you have no incentive to play anymore. You can already play in all the tournaments, so as long as you just play creative in pubs, you're gonna be guaranteed your spot for FNCS. So I think they should definitely get rid of that. I think they should come up with a new ranking system, you know, that comes out with items specifically in arena that would incentivize so many players, including myself, to want to grind arena, because the majority of the people who are in these higher divisions are better players, so you are actually getting better. But it's just boring, and it's so sad to see, because guys, there is no other game like Fortnite right now that has building and editing, and it's so new and it's changing so fast. It's not gonna die anytime soon. Fortnite is going to be at the top, and we've seen how much Fortnite can care about the game in the past. We just want to see that again, you know. And I hate making these type of videos because it sounds like all I want to do is complain. I love this game. I've spent so much money on skins and, you know, just so many in-game items, and so much time I've put in to just trying to become the best I possibly can. And I'm probably in my best spot as of right now, you know, and I don't want my drive and all that to fade away like it's starting to right now, because I'm finding other games like Warzone, and I'm, you know, debating downloading other games like Fall Guys and Hyperscape and Rogue Company. There's a lot of competition right now, so although Fortnite can never die, they can still see a huge drop in overall players because there's a lot of options right now. Developers know that everybody's at home, and they know that right now is the absolute best time to be dropping content, new games, DLCs, all this type of stuff. So I'm really hoping to see Arena revamped. I know that there's a lot of people in the community, and I'm not talking about players, I'm talking about casters like Bala, who have made some great recommendations that would drastically change the way that people would want to grind in this game, and I'm really hoping that we can see that change. My final request for Season 4 competitive is to remove the crash pads, or fix the exploits that allow people to go into boxes. It's making it so that whoever does the initial damage wins the fight automatically. It is a very low chance that if you get tagged and you box up and the person exploits in, it's a very low chance that you're going to win the engagement, which, like I mentioned before, is not competitive. The whole point of boxing up is to prevent yourself from getting shot. So if there's something that allows people to just throw one item and break through every build that you just placed, whether it's metal, wood, whatever, it just takes away from the overall competitiveness of the game, and I really want to see that change. Once again, I'm sorry that this sounded like a rant. I love this game. I want to play this game, and I just want to see it, put the best of its possible potential. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, follow my Twitch, and I'll see you in the next video.